Welcome to Roma Actually YouTube channel. Today we are taking you on a day trip to Sutri, which is just outside Rome. This charming town is packed with history, from an ancient Roman amphitheater, which is carved right into the rock, to a mystical frescoed Mitra temple. It has it all. We will walk through the remnants of Etruscan Necropolis, grab a delicious local lunch, and explore the heart of Sutri's historic center, including its beautiful cathedral and its crypt. So if you're ready to uncover one of Rome's best day trip destinations, let's dive right in.
So when you arrive from Rome, if you arrive by car, here is the parking. If you arrive on a bus, there is a bus, the line Roma Viterbo by bus that stops here. It's every half an hour, Roma Viterbo. So arrive from Rome towards Viterbo or the way back to Rome. If you enter there on foot, you will see on your right there is a ticket office. The ticket is €8 per person. Children are for free, and opening hours it's every day except Monday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Let's enter. We are entering the archaeological park, and the first thing we are going to see is the Roman amphitheater. Sutri, due to its very strategic position that overlooks the pathway between the mountain ranges of Sabatini and Cimini, it covered a very important role during Roman time. It was founded as a colonial outpost in 384 before Christ. This one that you can see, the very first landmark that you can see when you enter the archaeological park is a Roman amphitheater. It's not huge, but it's one of the very rare examples of amphitheater entirely carved from the rock. Another example of this in Italy is the Roman amphitheater of Cagliari in southern Sardinia. It's also carved from the rock, but part is blocked, concealed. This one is like this. Now we are going to go underneath here and see down in the rocks. Part of the archaeological park is also the Mitra temple, but the Mitra temple, you don't see it from inside here. To reach the Mitra temple, you need to go on the right before you enter, so from the ticket office. So now we visit here, then we go back outside and we reach the Mitra temple. Let's go see underneath. A tip that I give you is to wear, first of all, walking shoes comfortable, and if you can, also waterproof, because here underneath it's quite muddy and wet. Obviously, it's one of the rules, but it's quite straightforward and obvious. You cannot climb the amphitheater. Very careful here. It's extremely humid and wet and slippery. When you buy the ticket, you will see hanging from the wall of the ticket office, there is a QR code. You can scan it and you can download the audio guide. It's very handy. It's both in Italian and English, and it's divided by chapters. So there is the origins of the city of Sutri, the amphitheater, the overlooking the amphitheater arena, the necropolis, the Mitra, and everything. Yeah.
Right. The origins of the city date back to the Bronze Age.
It's very handy. If you have your own headphones, I suggest you bring them so you can listen instead of listening like a high volume. You can listen directly on your own. temple that you're gonna see in Sutri is a Mitra temple, so coming from ancient Persia to Rome, it became part of the Roman religion. But this one here, that it's in Sutri, it was worshipped by Etruscans, because of this we are in the ancient Etruscan area. As soon as we enter, we are inside the Roman amphitheater, and then we proceed on the right, and about 200 meters we are going to see the Mitra temple. Although the Mitra temple opens every hour, now we can already enter. We are going to visit the rest, but then it's a bit past 11, so we are going to wait until 12. The Mitra temple will open again, because it's not always open. It will open with a guide. Of course, Sutri is also on the path of the very, very long Via Francigena. You can also see here, Via Francigena was a pilgrim route, very ancient, from France to Rome and all the way to Puglia region. This is the park of the ancient city of Sutri. It's packed with archaeological landmarks, including these tombs that they were excavated from the rock. It's a beautiful walk in the green. It's a Via Francigena. It's a natural and historical walk. That's why we are loving it. Many areas actually in Rome, they are like this. All the way coming towards the Mitra temple, so taking the Via Francigena, the road in the natural park that we took on the right of the ticket office, you keep going straight, you will find the children playground on your right, and then you keep going, and then right there on your left, it's the Mitra temple. You can see it's closed because it's not 12 yet. So we are waiting, but at 12 the guide will arrive, they will open, and she will show us around. After the Mitra cult ended in Rome, it was obviously replaced by Christianity, and this Mitra temple became a church that is called Church of the Chiesa del Parto, Church of the Birth. From the Mitra temple, we follow this paved way, and we go to Villa Savorelli, the Giardino all'Italiana, Italian-style garden, and Sacro Bosco, a sacred wood, which continues. And then we are gonna have view from up of the whole Roman amphitheater that we visited down before. The walk is a little bit steep, so I suggest anyway the very comfortable walking shoes, but for the whole park, because here it's a little bit steep. If it rains or it's wet, it might be slippery, but it's sort of like everywhere a little bit humid in the area. Also, the archaeological park. Here we are in Villa Savorelli in the Italian style garden. Here is the garden, Italian style. You can see all perfectly organized. Once you finish visiting the Italian style garden, you arrive here. You have two ways. One, here on the left, it's the Bosco Sacro, sacred wood, which is also part of your ticket. And if you take this one on the right, is the Belvedere, the terrace, to see the Roman amphitheater that we visited earlier on. Now we take the road for the Sacred Wood. There are stairs also here. So when you arrive from the Giardino all'Italiana and the Villa Savorelli, I showed you the two paths that you can take. The path is actually very, very easy and straightforward, because even if you take the Sacred Wood or the other one, finally also from the Sacred Wood you come up and you are in the Belvedere viewpoint for the amphitheater. You will have like a full view of the Roman amphitheater. Now, after finishing all the pathwalk around the Sacred Wood, we are back in the entrance, close to the Mitra temple, and we are going to visit this church. If you have read my article on Rome Actually about the best places to see Francesco Borromini in Rome, you would immediately spot the similarity, because this church is of clear influence from Borromini. As you can see, it's rounded here, concave. This in Rome, you will see the church of San Carlo alle Quattro Fontane that has a similar facade. Obviously, this church was rebuilt much later from the death of Borromini, some more than 100 years after he died, but the architect was clearly influenced by Borromini. Now we have finished all the archaeological and natural park that was included in our ticket of Sutri. We are going for lunch now. Hopefully we find the space because we didn't book. We will find a space in the Antico Trattoria il Mithraeum. And after that we are going to visit the medieval town of Sutri right in front. When you go out from here, if you want, you can keep beyond the parking, and you can walk in the Necropolis, because that one it's actually free of charge, and it's a very ancient necropolis. We saw a piece coming here towards the Mithraeum, but on the other side, after the parking, it's even more larger. Let's go. Andiamo, amore. So when you're in Sutri visiting the town, I suggest that you stop in Cantina del Drago in Piazza San Francesco to eat for lunch. This is the Piazza del Comune, which is the city center of Sutri, and you can see here the symbol of the town with Sutrium written in Latin, with the fountain and the clock. The clock is put on top of what seems like a monument to the fallen soldiers in the World War. Here is the Palace of the Council. It's also a historical landmark that we can enter to visit. From the 16th century. Here it's a Sutrium, Roman colony in the Etruria. Etruria is the Etruscan area, because the Sutri was an ancient Etruscan town. Interesting. Here is a symbol, coat of arms, papal coat of arms. You can see here is from a pope with the bees, and the bees are in the coat of arms of the Barberini family. You will also see them in Rome, very clear in the Triton fountain in Piazza Barberini. Very interesting, because usually in Rome you see them in marble. This one is in stone, tough, the local stone you saw also in the Roman amphitheater. It's the local stone. The last landmark that we are visiting today in Sutri is the Cathedral. It's very famous for its crypt because it's all arches and vaults. And so now we are entering in the church and going down to the crypt. We're going down to see the crypt of the cathedral, which is dark. You can see it's dark. But to get the lights on, we need to put €1 here, and then the light lasts 4 minutes. Okay. You see here is the parking of the Parco Regionale, the archaeological site. There is the Roma Saxa and there is the ticket office. From the parking, you take this road, that you see this sort of paved road, and you keep going straight. You are gonna go, this is actually free of charge. You are gonna go to the monumental Necropolis. So it's definitely worth doing it. It's not too much of a long walk, but it's beautiful. Another tomb. Look how finely carved is all around. Again, carved in inside the local rocks. Probably this was either the tomb of a wealthy family, or maybe it was not a tomb, maybe it was the place for the religious functions. We don't really know, but they are all very ancient from Etruscan times. One quick tip, when you come here, we are end of October and there are still mosquitoes. So if you come spring, summer, and also beginning of fall, take your mosquito repellent, because there are many mosquitoes. This is a wet area. Maybe in winter you are not going to find mosquitoes because it's going to be too cold, but now, end of October, there are still mosquitoes. Our trip to Sutri has ended after visiting the very large Etruscan necropolis. And we are about to take off and head back to Rome. Sutri, it's been a long time. I wanted to visit Sutri, and it far exceeded my expectations. It's amazing. It's a small town, but with such a huge natural and archaeological park to visit. So many landmarks inside the town, the medieval town, here in the archaeological park. So it's absolutely one of the best trips from Rome. Easy, some less than an hour drive from Rome. You can also take a bus, so you will find down in the description below all the information, the practical information. And if you feel tired of the traffic and chaos and hustle of the city of Rome, Sutri, I suggest Sutri definitely, because you will walk in the peace and quiet. For more tips of what to do in Rome and in the surroundings around Rome, check out our website romaactually.com. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And thank you very much for joining us in our trip to Sutri and discovering this beautiful town. Roma actually signing off. See you in the next video.